Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello students, welcome to Swayam Prabha. The course title is Principles of Marketing and the lecture title is Product Decisions. This is Module 6, Lecture 1. I am Dr. Shoma Singh Gupta, Associate Professor Commerce, Kamla Nehru College, University of Delhi. In this module, we will discuss the following topics: product, concept and characteristics, levels of product, and types of product. In the first lecture, we will discuss product, concept and characteristics and levels of product. Concept of product. What is a product? We have discussed the marketing mix, and whereby we have said that marketing mix consists of 4 P's: product, price, promotion and place. So the first P is product. And this is the most important one because all the other elements of marketing mix will, of course, it will depend upon the kind of product which we are selling. Now, product is anything of value which is offered to the market or to the consumer to satisfy their need or want. Now, different authors, they have defined the term product in different ways. In earlier times, only the tangible part used to be considered as a product. That is, whatever thing which we can see, feel, that was considered as a product. Any object which the marketer was offering or the company was offering. But now, embedded in this definition is all the services, the intangible things which comes along with the product, as well as any kind of idea that can be sold to the market, or suppose some social issues are there and which you want to popularize among the public, that can also be considered as a product. Now, defining the term product, W.J. Stanton, he defined product as a complex of tangible and intangible attributes including packaging, color, price, prestige and services that satisfy needs and wants of people. Philip Kotler gave 2 definitions. One is that product is anything that can be offered to someone to satisfy a need or want. That we have discussed in our first statement also when we were defining product. Another definition is that a product is anything that can be offered to a market for attention, acquisition, use or consumption. It includes physical object, services, personalities, place, organizations and ideas. So the second definition which was given by Philip Kotler is quite broader, and it includes not only the physical object but services, ideas, personalities, place, organization and everything. Now, another definition given by W. Alderson, it states that product is a bundle of utilities consisting of various products featuring features and accompanying services. So these are the different definitions of product. Going further, we can state that a product is an aggregate of various tangible and intangible attributes, symbolic features, and associated services that provide physical and psychological satisfaction to the consumers. Now, it is also a bundle of utilities, benefits, and services designed to satisfy needs and wants of the consumers. And as we have discussed, that product is an important element of marketing mix. Decisions on all other elements of marketing mix depends on this product, and hence it has a major role in determining overall success of the marketing efforts. So we have to first of all build upon a product, and then we have to take decisions regarding its price, promotion, and physical distribution. A marketer can satisfy consumer needs and wants through a product. So they have to create a product, and as we have discussed, that product is not only the physical object or the tangible thing, but it includes intangibles as well as the services and ideas also. A product is a can be goods, services, or ideas. Characteristics or importance of product. You know that product is an important element of marketing mix. It is the base for entire marketing program, or all the other elements of marketing mix depends upon this element, that is product. Different people perceive it differently. Management, society, and consumers have different expectations from product. It includes goods, services, and ideas that we are repeating again here. Marketer can actualize its goals by producing, selling, improving, and modifying the product. Product includes total offers, including main qualities, features, and services, and also branding, labeling, color, services, etc. It includes both the tangible and non-tangible features or benefits. Other characteristics include product is a medium to offer benefits and satisfaction to the consumers. In case of services rendered by the product is important and not its ownership. People buy services and not the physical object. So when we talk about services, you will not possess something, but after buying the services, you will just experience it. Product helps in realizing the two aims of a firm: one, consumer satisfaction, and two, profit maximization through consumer satisfaction. Marketing takes care of individual preferences for specific products, which is the ultimate determinant of the structure of the economy. Levels or dimensions of a product. Now, beside the physical attributes, a product includes package design, label, brand name, seller's name, price, and services offered to the customer. So we can see that there is a basic product which is performing a particular function, but that basic product may be added with different features and different offerings by different manufacturers, and that is how they differentiate the product and cater to the need of different category of customers. So suppose there is a car. The car performs the basic function of transporting people from one place to another, but you know that cars are available in a variety of prices, models, features, and for different strata of society. So there are luxury cars which runs into crores of rupees nowadays, at least a crore of rupees for the best models. So why they are charging so much? Because although the basic product remains the same and the function remains the same, but it is augmented, all features are added to it. So this leads to classification on the basis of levels. So there are different levels or dimensions of a product. A product is like an onion having several layers, each contributing to the total product image. According to Philip Kotler, the levels of product are as follows: 1, the core product or benefit; 2, basic or generic product; second, third level is expected product; fourth level is augmented product; and the fifth level is potential product. So the core is the base, and at each of the following levels, we go on adding features and giving different image to the product. We will discuss these levels in detail in the next few slides. This diagram shows the different levels or dimensions of a product. You can see at the middle, there is this core benefit, and then basic product, then expected product, augmented product, and the potential product. The core product or benefit. Now, it is the most fundamental level of a product, and it represents the fundamental service or benefit that the consumer is really buying. So, this is basic product, and focus is on the purpose for which the product is intended. For example, a buyer buys the car for transportation, rent a hotel for stay, rest and sleep. So this is the basic product or core product. So suppose you are renting a small hotel or a room in a small hotel or a motel or a dharamshala. The basic purpose is stay, rest and sleep. So this is the base product. No other features are added to it. The core product covers the physical attributes, whether tangible and or intangible, offered for sale. These attributes consist of materials, quality, weight, design or shape, size, color, style, smell, package, brand name, label, etc. So these attributes will be covered along with this core product, but other features might not be there. Services like auto repair, bus traveling, electricity supply, management consultancy, legal advice are products with intangible features. Marketers must see themselves as benefit providers. So this is the basic benefit that the marketer is offering to the people as the core product. Then comes the basic or generic product. Here the marketer has to turn the core benefit into a basic product. So it is a basic version of the product. This represents all the qualities and features of the product which is added to the core product. For example, the brand of the car, its looks and design, etc. The hotel room includes a bed, bathroom, towels, desk and chair. The third level is expected product. Here the marketer prepares a set of attributes and conditions that buyers normally expect and agree to when they purchase a particular product. Hence, this is about all aspects the customer expects to get when they purchase a product. For example, cars are supplied with decent mileage, proper engine, inflated tires, etc. These are expected benefits. That means the customer expects that these will be given or provided along with the car. These features will be there in the car. Likewise, hotel room is expected to have a clean bed, fresh towels, working lamps, etc. So a manufacturer or service provider fulfills these minimum expectations. The customer generally will have no preference and will settle for whichever offering is most convenient or least expensive. So because of that, the marketer has to ensure that the product or the service they are providing is having these expected benefits or features. The level 4 is augmented product. The marketer prepares the augmented product that meets the customer's desires beyond their expectation. It is a broader conception including various benefits and services that accompany the core product. Now, you want to delight the customers. So, it is the totality of benefits that a person receives in buying a product. So, for instance, along with the television set, a customer gets the dealer's reputation, warranty, home delivery, free installation and maintenance, instruction for use, etc. Hotels augment their product by including drink on arrival, fresh flowers, etc. Now, augmentation is important because competition takes place at this product augmentation level only. Different companies, they offer different benefits to the customers to woo the customers, and that's why augmentation is an important step. In a competitive market, it provides a plus point to the seller as it distinguishes the company's offering from the competitive offers. Neglect of this dimension may result in failure of the product or loss of the sales opportunities. Marketer looks at the buyer's total consumption system, the way a purchaser of a product performs the total task or of accomplishing the goals when using the product. Now, there are certain problems with augmentation. Of course, there are pluses, but there are minuses also, because augmentation is a costly process. So each augmentation increases the cost. Marketer has to ask whether the customers will pay enough to cover the extra cost. Augmented benefits soon become expected benefits. The competitors will have to search for still further features or benefits to add to their offer. As companies raise the price of their augmented product, competitor may revert to the offering stripped down product at much lower price. So you see that when Kingfisher Airlines, they were augmenting their offering by adding different types of benefits and for the guests, for the flyers. So there was another strategy which was played by SpiceJet by adding no frills. It was a no frill airline. And so that was a different offering at the lowest possible price. They were offering this benefit of transportation but without any frills. So then the Kingfisher was facing stiff competition from these low priced airlines. Now, the fifth level, the final level, is potential product. Now, as the name suggests, it includes all the augmentation and transformation that this product may ultimately undergo in the future. Potential products points to its possible evolution. Companies search aggressively for new ways to satisfy customers and distinguish their offer. It includes all the unexpected changes in technology, attributes, features, style, color, grade, quality, etc. that might change the structure and nature of the industry. For example, changes in the models of the car with the change in the technology. Emergence of all-suite hotels where the guest occupies a set of rooms. So this is the product which will become or take shape in future. So that's why it is called potential product. Symbolic product, in certain authors, they have said that after the core product and the basic product, all the other products, that is expected, augmented and potential, they can be covered under this one, that is symbolic product, because most of them have a symbolic value to the customers also. So it is the product as the customer perceives it. You are buying a luxury car because it will give you a prestige in the society. So it is a psychological feeling or expectation of the customer about the product which influence his decision to buy. To the consumer, a product is actually a symbol or a meaning. For instance, a customer buys a television set not as a box of components but as an instrument of entertainment, pleasure and status. Similarly, women buys hope and beauty by purchasing a lipstick. Consumers' perception of a product is critical to its success or failure. Now, remember, Kotler has given the 5 levels of product which we have discussed, and this symbolic is the last 3 categories taken together. To summarize, we can say product is anything that can be offered to someone to satisfy a need or a want. A product can be goods, services or ideas. According to Philip Kotler, the levels of a product are core product, generic or basic product, expected product, augmented product and potential product. Now, in many books, symbolic product is mentioned, and these are nothing but the expected, augmented and potential product. It is a psychological feeling or expectation of the customer about the product which influences his decision to buy. Thank you, students. This was Product Decisions Part 1, Module 6, Lecture 1.